Hello, Vikings! Today we are going to zoom in on an ancient Mesopotamian laws by making observations and inferences in complete sentences. Please make sure you are prepared for today's lesson because you have a piece of paper with your name, date, and period on it, and a pen or pencil, and you are ready to write. Hammurabi was the king of Babylon in the 18th century BCE. So that's about 4,000 years ago. This is a stele or a stone pillar of Hammurabi with Shamash, the sun god, who was also the god of justice. Hammurabi's laws are engraved below. Let's take a closer look before we zoom in to give us a little bit of background information. So the reason that they had a picture and the laws was it was a public record. This stele would be in the middle of the capital city, not would be, it was in the middle of the capital city, and it was there so that no one could claim ignorance of the law. No one could say, oh, I didn't know I wasn't allowed to kill someone. Yes, you did. It's right there. Everything is right there. And then even for the people who couldn't read, because remember, this is 4,000 years ago, not everyone could read, they had the image on top. And on the left, we have King Hammurabi. The man who's standing is King Hammurabi. And then the man who's sitting is Shamash, the god of justice. And so one of the things that is really interesting at this time is Hammurabi and the god are the same height. And that shows that they were equals. It also shows Shamash giving the laws to Hammurabi. So that kind of implies that these laws are not just man-made by the king, but they are divine. They come from a god. And not just any god, the god of justice. So now let's start with our zooming in part. We're going to zoom in on this image right here. So on your paper, you are writing number 1. Do not copy the questions, please. Just answer them. Number 1, what do you observe in this image? Write down only what you can see. And remember to pause the video if you need to. Number 2, what can you infer about this image? So, number 1, you wrote down what you could see. Now you're making an educated guess about what you think this is. Number 3, a new image. What additional details do you observe now? Number 4, make an inference about what is happening in this image. If you accidentally made an inference in number 3, you can go back and change it to an observation. You can also rewind the video. Number 5, what additional details do you observe in this image now? Number 6, who do you think these people might be? You know who they are, but is there any more significance? Or is it just what I explained to you at the beginning of the video? Give 2 clues that helped with your inference. I only mentioned that one is standing and one is sitting. What other visual clues give us hints about their identities? Number 7, what do you observe now? Number 8, is this connected to the previous images? Why or why not? Remember, you are answering in a complete sentences, so you're not just saying yes, you're saying, yes, this is connected to the previous images because, and then explain why. Or no, because, and then explain why. Number 9, Make an inference on what this image is. Number 10, what do you see now? What new information do you have? How does this perspective change your understanding of the image? Now, friends, there are 3 questions here, so your answer should have 3 parts. Your first question, what do you see now? Your second question, what new information do you have? And your third question, how does this perspective change your understanding of the image? All 3 sentences need to go under number 10. Number 11, who do you think created this? Why might that be important? What could the purpose of this be? Your answer should, again, have 3 parts. And when we say, who do you think created this, we're talking not just who carved the stone, but who created the idea and who asked for it to be created. Number 12, write a title for this image based on all of the information that you have, the new information that you have that you did not have at the beginning of this activity. And finally, number 13, sketch a drawing of what your own stele with your own laws might look like. Draw yourself with who helped you to come up with your laws and write at least 1 law on your stele. If you have more time, then you are writing as many laws as you can think of. If you have any questions, you can always ask your teachers. Be good people, make good choices.